Family in southern Kentucky says their sudden loss is sending a strong message tonight. A fire swept through a Pulaski County home, killing a woman and her dog.
But the family of Brenda Heisel says the loss shows them just how important the moments with our loved ones really are. In tonight's top story at 6, WKYT's Phil Pendleton talked with the family about what took place and the hope they now have.
Saturday morning brought the routine phone call between Brenda Heisel and her daughter Jody.
They had a little talk, and everything. They said they loved each other and hung up, and then she went back getting dressed for work.
Not long after, the 79-year-old Heisel called 911 and told dispatchers that her house was on fire. And when firefighters arrived, she was found dead in the home.
It's going to be hard if you do have family. No matter what they do, tell them you love them, spend time with them, because you never know.
Heisel lived in the house alone with her dog Cece. Burnside only has about 1,000 residents, and the mayor says the loss impacts many.
I've talked to some of the neighbors around that area, and they're all just devastated by it. They knew her. She had a little dog that perished in the fire as well, and pets become your family.
Neighbors also helped bury the dog, and now a family is preparing for a final service. But for them, it's a different kind of farewell.
I don't say goodbye, it's I'll see you later, because I know where she's at, and I'll definitely be there.
A loss for them, but they hope that it's a gain for others, for some to reevaluate their lives.
And that's what she would want. If there's anything to come out of this, that's exactly what she would want.
In Pulaski County, Phil Pendleton, WKYT.
Funeral arrangements for Brenda Heisel are being handled by Southern Oaks Funeral Home in Somerset.
And we want to fact check now just how Kentucky compares to the rest of the country when it comes to fire deaths. Numbers vary from region to region. The U.S. Fire Administration says it's often a result of climate, poverty, education, and demographics, as well as some other factors. They also say the most useful way is to compare the states really is to determine the relative risk of dying in a fire. For the general population of the U.S., it sets the relative risk at 1. Now, if you're here in Kentucky, we scored 1.8. That means Kentuckians had a far higher risk of dying in a fire than the rest of the country. We also know that there are other top states. That includes Washington, D.C., Alaska, Mississippi, Alabama, Arkansas, and Oklahoma. Kentucky tied with Louisiana and Tennessee for the 7th highest in the country. Now, you can find updates to this story and many others, and you can even get news alerts sent directly to your phone with our WKYT News app. Just scan that QR code you see there on your screen. It is free to download.